Hi all, welcome to Salesforce in 5 minutes. In this video, we are going to talk about the questions of interview that we have discussed in the previous shot. But before getting started, if you like my videos, please subscribe to this channel. So the first question was, does Lightning Data Table supports lookups in LWC? So answer is basically no. Lightning Data Table does not support the lookup in LWC, but anyway, you can change the type attributes and you can create a proper JSON format in order to enable the lookup functionality in Lightning Data Table. I will create a video on the same how to enable the Lightning lookup inside the Lightning Data Table. In few more videos of Lightning Data Table, I will create a video on the same. But by default, Lightning Data Table does not support lookup in LWC. You have to make a lot of changes and you have to write a very custom component in order to enable the lookup inside your Lightning Data Table. Let's move on to the next question. Next question is, what is a record picker in LWC? So previously, in like as far as I remember, whenever we had to build a custom lookup component for a particular object, what we had to do was we have to create a custom custom LWC component, one which will be enabled to show the lightning the input box on the screen, and one event which will pick up the data from that particular object and will show it on the screen. So there was too much of hassle, right? But instead of going through so much of hassle, Salesforce has provided Lightning Record Picker. Now you don't need to create a customized Lightning component for the enabling the lookup fields, right? If you want a lookup field in your page, if you want a lookup field inside your Lightning page, you can just use Lightning Record Picker and you can provide any object name that you want. So for an example, you are creating a form of, let's say, opportunity. You're trying to create a customized form of a opportunity page. You have created everything, but somehow you have a custom object which you want to show the lookup of on your opportunity page, and there is no relationship between this both of these objects. So let's say there is an object A and there's an opportunity object. You are creating a page for opportunity, but there is no relation at all of lookup or of the object A which you have created recently. So still, if you want to show that lookup on inside your page, you can use Lightning Record Picker, and then you can also provide the object API name that you want, and you can provide the placeholders that you want. You can put the label that you want, and on change, you can also handle how the data is coming and how can you store it and how can you use it further. So basically, Lightning Record Picker is used in order to create an enhanced lookup in LWC. So that's the Lightning Record Picker. Let's move on to the next question. Next question was, what is event propagation and what does false means inside the event propagation in LWC? So first of all, event propagation is the way your event goes through the DOM, right? Either it can go from top to bottom or bottom to top. Just for an example, I have created this template, right? This is a LWC template in which one is a template. I have one div, right? And on click of this div, a handle click div is going to work. If I have another div 2, which if I click on this, handle div 2 is going to work. And if I am going to there is one more div inside that is called as div 3, which will have handle click div 3. Now the event propagation, so for an example, there are two ways the event propagates. One is bubbling, and one is capturing, right? So bubbling means if your event moves from bottom to the top of the DOM, that's what bubbling means. Bubbling means when your event moves from the bottom to the top, that's what bubbling means. On the other hand, capturing means when your event moves from the top of the DOM to the bottom of your source component, that's where it's called as capturing. To understand it better, I have this template and I have demonstrated the same in the form of DOM. So if I go to my auto draw, this is my template. This is my div 1 that I have shown inside the inside this page, and there's div 2 and there's div 3. Now, in case of event bubbling, let's say I'm going to click on div 3, right? As soon as I click on div 3, first handle div 3 is going to run. First handle div 3 is going to run. As soon as handle div 3 is completed, the event will propagate from the bottom to the top of the DOM, right? So it will from div 3 it will go to the div 2. So automatically handle div 2 is going to work. That's what bubbling means, right? It will go to the top. Again, once div 2 is done, it will go to the div 1. So handle div 1 is going to run after that. So handle div 1 is done, and then the template will execute, and that's what it is. That's what the event bubbling is. It the event move from the bottom to the top of the tom. That's what we call as event bubbling. On the other hand, if, let's say, if I'm going to click on div 1, if the event moves from div 1 to div 2 and div 2 to div 3, that's what we call as capturing, right? Event moves from top to the bottom of the DOM. So in short, event bubbling means it will move from here to here, here to here, and finally here. That's what bubbling means. So that's what it is. And capturing means it will move from top to the bottom of the top. I'm going to name it as cap, right? So this is event bubbling, and this is what the event capturing means. Then the next part is, what does false means in event propagation. So while you create an event propagation, there are two parameters. One of them is bubble. Okay, it has two values, false, or either it can have true. Now if you are going to make it true, the events are going to move from the top to bottom. So in case if you want to use bubbling inside your event propagation, you can make it true. The bubbles you can make value as true. But in case if you want to use event capturing, you can use false. So if you are going to use false, it's going to move from top to the bottom. That's what we call as event capturing. So that is what the answer of the next question was. So if you like these videos, please subscribe to this channel.